The typical sales culture sometimes can be very toxic. They use shame tactics for their team members. They have a book, right? The title is like, I'm a stupid idiot or whatever. And you have to go around and ask people to sign the book to acknowledge you. Just because you didn't bring enough sales.
A lot of people may think that I want to close the deal whenever the customer step in the showroom. But for me, a lot of time I let the customer go back. A lot of people tell me, hey, your strategy bad lah. Like, customer go back, they never come back one.
Do you think there's a distinction to look yourself as an entrepreneur or look yourself as a salesman?
Oh, a lot. A lot. Okay, if today you are an entrepreneur, you will try to cooperate with people instead of doing everything by yourself. The interesting thing about real estate industry is that you don't need to do it alone. Usually we split our commission. A few ways how. Like some people will take care of the marketing, meaning like getting new customers. Yeah. Some people will invite the customer, like call the customer. Some people will close that deal. A lot of people might think that when you come to this industry, you have to be a superhero and know about everything. Truth is you don't, right? If as an entrepreneur, you think about how can you let a group of people work together to get things done. A salesperson, like a normal salesperson will be like, I do everything myself. So I would say that salesperson can make money because they take full commission, but they can't scale up that fast. But if you think like an entrepreneur, you get a few people to work together, like this group of people will get lead for me. This group of people will call customer. I will be the one who close case. So all of us make money together. Then I think you have something going on there that can scale faster. I think this is one thing. Another thing would be like a salesperson focus on the close, meaning I just want to close the deal and I get that commission and probably won't talk to the customer anymore. And I say entrepreneur actually think about one thing, repeat sales and referral. So even though like after we close the sales, we maintain relationship with the client. We are hoping maybe one day he will buy again another property, or maybe when the people around them want to buy property, they think about us.
Top of mind, right? They think about you,
So it's like more on like we focus on the customer interest and not exactly on just the money. Of course, money is important. I agree. Like I'm not saying money is not important, but when you do the sale, like what's your intention? Like, are you selling a bad property to your customer just so you can make money? Or are you selling a good property, suitable property to your customer so that you can make money and they're happy? And they probably will refer more people. I think this is one of the biggest mindset.
And that's how an entrepreneur would think versus a salesperson, right?
Yeah, like creating value. Because I think if you have happy customer, you attract more happy customer. And you want your job to be easier, not harder.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So you gotta think that way.
What are your tips that you have in making sure that the customer is happy and they keep a relationship? One of the things I overheard before, like you buy Starbucks and send people to ring MCO, right? Because you don't see a person to person, right?
I learned it from Gary Vee. There's one strategy he called the thank you economy. Like meaning after your customer actually buy something from you or take your service, how can you say thank you to them without being offending? If you just give them cash, it's not good. Doesn't look nice. But then you can do something for them, something that is suitable for them at the time that it will be nice. So before the MCO, I always encourage my agent to do 3 things. First, during birthday, must greet them. Like send them a message or maybe call them. If can, send them a birthday card. Physical card. Like physical is so like rare right now.
Yeah. It's so interesting, right? Actually, I was thinking about it. Like when you open the mailbox, you always see bills, right?
Yeah, you will see like credit card or insurance. The second thing will be Chinese New Year card or Christmas card. Like if can, possible. If not, like okay, these two is a bit more like time consuming because it's like one time event. Do a one-off one. Go to travel or go anywhere, buy 10, 20 postcard, 30 postcard, and just mail it. Postcard is also a very interesting thing. Like right now, not many people send postcard anymore. Like I could just take a picture, send it to you. But a postcard speaks different. So physical things like make customer feel a bit different. And when MCO comes, then comes the Starbucks strategy. And of course, right now, digital way, like by providing a lot of values. Like after they buy, right, constantly update them about their property progress. Maybe 3 months one time, just send to them, hey, this is your progress right now. Which floor, estimated when you can get key. Tell them our procedure to get key, right? Or even better, do social media content that I do with like videos talking about like update about property knowledges. Send to them. They'll watch it one. They probably will forward it to their friend. So this is how, even though they already buy from you, you get the commission. But you still do all this like, I would say, a value-added service, right? They remember you. The point is, you want them to remember, so next time when their friend talk about property, they will say your name.
There's a lot of work that goes in it, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of...
What stops people from actually doing it?
All people is in their ROI like thinking, especially salesperson. If I do this, I get commission. If I do that, I get something. But let's say if I share some value, will I get anything? Probably not, right? You film like 20 video, 50 videos talking about real estate, like news and everything. Is it guaranteed that someone is going to watch it and then buy from you? No. So, like, a lot of people don't do that because they realize that I might as well spend my energy to look for the new customer. Here's the point about like a salesperson. You know, Robert Kiyosaki's self-employed, right? ESBI, the salesperson is considered self-employed kind of thing. They think in a way that I have to go and use my skill and effort to make money. But they never think about like when you are building videos and stuff, these are what we call asset and also a brand that will probably help you bring like customer in the future. This is what they don't think about. It's like going to the gym lah. Like going to the gym first day, 2 days, no result, they stop. You will see result probably after a few months. But most people give up like in 3rd day.
Was there a moment that you switched to this kind of mindset? Now, how did you develop this mindset?
By wanting to do things that other people don't. You see, a lot of people they focus on getting things before they give. Right? Take before they give. I go to a lot of classes and Tony actually teach me a lot. Like you have to give before you take. A lot of people are not willing to give. So today, before I ask anyone to buy property from me, like I ask myself first, what can I give them? Any information or any valuable knowledge that can actually make them trust me first. Until the point where they just ask me, okay lah, I think you are very good. Can you tell me what to buy? Then we will go on and just tell them because they're ready. They're open already.
And it's wonderful because then there's not about friction. Like you're an ally.
Yeah.
You're not someone to take money from me.
Yeah.
Now
I'm helping you.
And then I want your help, right? Compared to a normal sales process, do you think you enjoy it more?
Yeah. Okay. I would say that initially, of course, I started off by selling. When I first joined, I wouldn't be thinking like that. I won't be so mature. Like, I was just like, okay, I want to close the deal, I want to make the money. But throughout the career, right, you will realize that whatever you do, right, actually are helping people because you receive like people saying, especially like real estate, why a lot of people can't get their loan one, you know. They don't even know how to qualify for a loan, you know, what to do to prepare for the loan. So sometimes they need our advice. Yeah, we're not banker, but then because we're in this industry, so they won't go to the banker directly. They will go to us, they go to the banker, because they want to buy a property.
But you could easily say that that's not my job, that's the banker's job.
Yeah, I can say, the banker will help you. But instead of doing that, I share with them, okay, my knowledge. And then I help them ask banker, okay, my client profile is like this. Can you advise me how to tell them? Instead of me just throwing everything to the banker, I become the one who helped them. Some point I received like people saying thank you. Like, I've been trying to buy property for half a year or a year. My loan cannot pass, but you actually help me. So I suddenly realized that actually my knowledge can help people. Right? Or some people would say that, wow, lucky got you. If not, I don't know about this property. A lot of people, they want to buy property, but then I would say there's an information asymmetry. Like they don't know what is launching. They don't even have the first-hand information until like it's sold out. They give me this kind of like feedback, so I think, actually, my job is helping people. Throughout the years, then my Tony, everything has been telling me you have to share knowledge, teach people about like real estate and whatever. So at the end of the day, like I realized, okay, actually teaching people actually give me a lot of fulfillment as well. So which is why I just go ahead and do that. You can't use emotion to sell a property. Then let me explain why. Because if let's say today somebody come into the showroom, you use all your sleazy sales skill to push him to close the deal, right? He might cancel also.
Buyer's remorse, right?
Yeah, because like placing a booking doesn't mean buying. You still need to go through the loan, the SPA, which could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They have 3 weeks to cool down.
So no point getting them to sign the dotted line, right? If they're going to be
regret. So I might as well, they willingly to buy, and throughout the 2-3 week process, I hold their hand, get everything done, and sign the deal. It's better that way. A lot of people may think that, okay, I want to close the deal whenever the customer step in the showroom. But for me, a lot of time I let the customer go back on. Unless the customer really are ready to buy. A lot of people tell me, hey, your strategy bad lah. Like customer go back, never come back one. This is typical. A lot of people will say that. But then so far, I would say I wouldn't say most of my sales. I mean, maybe 50% of my sales, customer come back. I let them go and then they come back. Why? Because I already do my part. I throw the decision-making part to them. And when they decide to buy, usually no cancellation. Usually lah.
I mean, I subscribe to this idea that people don't like to be sold things, but people like to buy things.
Yes. Right? But you got to do your best first. It's not like you do and you never try to close and you let them go.
Then different story.
I tried to close 3 times and they don't want to go. I won't force them. My agent also advises to do this. Some of them still prefer subscribe to the thinking that I need to close right away. I mean, go ahead. you are, as long as you are prepared for more cancellation afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it's bound to happen. But if you subscribe to my idea, then usually the customer is ready, less cancellation.
So in this case, right, suddenly there's a distinction I'm starting to see is that between strategy and skill. So it's like strategy in the sense where you pick the right customer first, right? Then only you do the sales process, which is more important to develop.
I mean, beggar can't be chooser. If you don't have a lot of customer, you have to close everyone.
Okay.
Once you already start to build up your first of all, your financial, like you are quite stable. I wouldn't say you're stable. Like you don't need to worry about what you're going to eat tomorrow. Like you're out of the desperation mode. Then you can start to use the strategy like this. Because usually strategy like this can give you lifelong customer. I already received many feedback from my agent telling me that their clients say that a lot of people try to sell me property, but I don't know why I buy from you. You know, this is the best compliment you can get from your customer. Like, among so many people who try to sell them, they choose you. Like, you can understand why. Because you are the one who give value. Most people try to, this is the last unit. Last day for rebate. Tomorrow up price already.
Put pressure strategy lah.
The people who are there to buy property, usually they're financially doing well. They don't fall for this lah. They fall for what? They fall for good service. And, you know, like truthful, you know, when you want to help them kind of thing.
It's very interesting because for me, it gives a bit of hope because I know that I like what you guys do because in the typical sales culture is sometimes can be very toxic. Toxic is a very loosely used word nowadays. But I think the key word is disempowering. I know of certain agencies, right, that they use shame tactics for their team members. You know, they're so focused on getting the dotted line to the point where if you don't bring enough sales this month, they'll make you do something humiliating at work. I heard of certain extents where, you know, they have a book, right? You know, like how when you're younger, you have to get people to sign your book and say, oh, give me your phone number, your name, everything, right? So you have a similar book, but you have to the title is like, I'm a stupid idiot or whatever. And you have to go around and ask people to sign the book to acknowledge you.
That's bad.
Just because you didn't bring enough sales.
Speaking of that, like there's push and pull strategy. Most people choose to the push strategy. They put something behind to chase you so that you will run, right?
Yeah.
Instead, right here, we use the pull strategy. We give you something like a goal for you to kind of you want to achieve, right? So that you work towards that. Instead of like using fear to motivate people, we use the goal.